What's going on, YouTube? Today I'm going to show you the install of Hays Fab headlights on my 2020 Sportsman XB1000S. As you can tell, these have two rows of LED bars on the headlight assembly. The factory headlight comes with a halogen bulb. It's a pretty basic and cheap headlight bulb for a premium model ATV, if you ask me. But as you can see, these have two rows of LED bars. It has the heat sinks on the back. As you can tell, thing looks pretty mean as it is. Could have used a little bit more flare, so that's what we're gonna do today. To get started, what we're gonna do is remove that interior cabin and pull up the front cover for that front storage bin. We're gonna need to remove all the front bolts, the bolts holding the cable, those two bolts pretty much attached to the frame, just so we can be able to lift up that front plastic and get access to it. To start with this install, I've already got that cover off. You're gonna have maybe about 2 or 3 screws, like I said, to take off. And as far as the headlight itself, it just has a little pivoting point on the exterior side. It just kind of helps it swivel. There's no other screws on this side. You have that one little pin that you have to take off just to kind of help give a little bit of access to it. I forgot what kind of pins you call those. That's the adjustment screw. We're gonna take that off as well. There's gonna be another screw on the inside section that you're gonna need to unscrew. I forgot what the size is of that bolt, but it's just basically a little Allen key set. Take that off. On this section here, I kind of have this popped out already on the one side, on the exterior side. You see it just has a little protruding stick that slides into that hole there. That kind of helps it pivot. Some of the other Sportsmans will have the extra additional screws in there to keep it secure. I've already removed that one screw there. That's going to be on the innermost side. You're gonna have to move that diagnostic plug just to be able to lift up on that section of the body a little bit easier. There's a couple of screws on the inside of the little suspension area close to the batteries that you're gonna have to remove just so you can get a little bit of lift on that plastic cover. This is gonna be that left side, or my right. It goes in pretty straightforward. There's only a few screws that actually get bolted in. I did not get the video of the install of the actual screwing in these headlights, so you're just gonna have 3 screws. The top one is gonna be where that adjustment screw is at the very top of the spring, so you can adjust it up and down. You have one at the bottom left and one in the middle right. The one on the right is going to be right where you put it, next to the center of the ATV, right where you have to lift up on that cover. And that bottom left is just going to have easy access to it from underneath the wheel well area. And as you can see, there's a drastic difference in the look of that four-wheeler now. I mean, you can't tell me that this doesn't look way better than that halogen light bulb that they have in there. And I know a lot of people have little questions about how much power that comes out of that Hays Fab. As you can see right here, compared to the factory, it's great improvement. You know, some people like the rigid lights. This one works pretty much, as good or better, I believe. And I don't think you're going to see anything as far as any kind of negative output. I mean, as you can tell here, compared to that factory light, it's 2-3 times brighter. So I think you're going to be good as far as seeing. I've definitely noticed a big difference. As you can see on this, I have the other side installed. Just have that excess wire. It's not unmanageable, but you're just going to have to kind of wrap it up a little bit. Maybe use some zip ties to go ahead and kind of tie it to something to keep it secure so it doesn't get loose and get caught in anything underneath. I did mine. I just kind of zip tied it to the closest wire that was available, and not running into anything, not bumping up against anything. I can also unplug it if I need to, so it makes it real easy to get access to it and keep it secure. And as you can see on the other side, you have it tied to another wire that's going to help it keep it secure on that side also. Like I said, this install was pretty quick. It didn't take that long at all. I think the biggest pain was getting those screws and bolts undone in the tight little areas, but it's not as much as the other regular XP 1000s. And as you can see, both headlights are installed now. Still got to deal with that factory third light pod, but man, what a difference that thing makes. Tell me what y'all think. If anybody else has done the install, tell me how much you like it. If anybody else got any other ones, tell me what ones that y'all recommend. But I'm loving this one so far. So appreciate y'all time. Until the next install. Peace.